Okay, well, we're back and we're in Unreal Engine, obviously, and we're going to try to add a UI element to our screen whenever we line trace to an object. All right, so, oh, by the way, why not say it? So I wanted a table in here, so I made this one in Blender in like 20 minutes or less. I mean, it's so easy. It needs to be bigger because I wanted it for that other room in the back there, but I mean, this came out good. And if we go to the lit, oh, we are on the lit view, unlit. Let's go to unlit. You can see how I put some seams in, and really you can tell where the wood stops. It seems like it would be a lot of work, but no. In fact, if I go here and if I go back and I put in some loops and maybe delete the edges that they create or something, or actually, you know what? I'd probably isolate just the face and lift it out, separate it, do loops, and then put it down. So I could have a veneer of some kind of um, planks, right? And some seams in it, maybe even a bump map. Okay, anyway, so enough of that. Let's see if we can get our character right here. Is it F5? No, it's not. It didn't give it to me though. So we can get our character. So when we get it to a door, say open, open door. Right now, we'll just make it say interact. See, I want it to be like the character's not looking at it. It ain't happening. But somebody suggested doing collision tracing. But the thing is like, well, how do we know what the guy's looking at? The thing is, I don't want to be standing here and then you push. It's like E to open door, and then he opens the door. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I don't want that either. We'll figure this out. So anyway, I think if we come back over to blueprints, and I was gonna add on another door, but let's just look at is there a widget? Cancel that. Blueprint. Why did they do it in this other way? Widget blueprint. Okay, so user widget. Let's just call this blueprint widget or WBP widget blueprint. Interact. Notice. I don't know why I like this. Interact is fine. Prompt. Interact prompt. It's a little weird. I gotta make everything right. Okay, so let's just create. Actually, we don't even need this blueprint because, well, I'm gonna have to add a bunch of stuff to it. What we really should do is go over to our third person, which we're using the third person blueprint. And I'm just learning this right now, so I have no game plan. Where's my blueprint window? No, I know you got to be in here, and then oh, this has happened to you before. You got to right click maximize. Okay, so then you want to minimize restore. That should keep you with the setting there. Okay, so right now we're doing a interaction line trace channel, and if something happens and it hits an interactable object, it returns something. Essentially, I really just want to keep all of this, add this, add this, false, nothing done. No. Okay, so Control C this. Now there's on event tick. On event pressed, new controller. Add the widget to the screen. So I didn't want to get all into that because I know there's going to be something that I'm going to miss. But I'd like to at least in this next 55 minutes is have a solid manner in which we're going to do on event tick. I don't see that. Okay, so event tick. All right, and then I want to paste all this. Oh shit! I want to paste all this stuff here. So on event tick, it's going to do this. It's going to start here. And if it's an interact, oh, shit, let's smooth this farther out because I want everything organized. Super into organization. I mean, I'm sure that I'm doing something that, let's just do it for one frame. That I'm doing something that's driving somebody somewhere nuts. Like, I can't believe he just did that. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He really sucks. Sucks to be him. Okay, so then this, I'm going to do that. And I just want it to look nice. I want it to look good. Don't you want things to look good? I want things to look good. Okay, take a sip of Coke. Gotta love Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. You never had it so good. Okay. Now, I was supposed to do something else and got to, but I don't know what it was. And everyone's running away from my stream. I don't know. I guess that's it. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so now we've got that. So this is every event tick. This is going to be happening. We'll be seeing these once per frame, pop, 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 right out of that crotch area, or navel area. Let's see. So then, if it's true and it does hit something that's interactable, I would like to print string to the screen. Print string to the screen. Hit actor is our test object. Return value. Does it? No. I would like to know. What I'd really like to know is. I'm just going to put E to press E to interact, but I'd like to know what the hell I interacted with. Okay. Save. No shortcut that I know of. If anybody knows a keyboard shortcut for compile, I would love to know that. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, and I hate when I do that. What is this, by the way? Alt P. Okay. Hold on. I got a follow up, y'all. I've just picked it up, and it's probably the best thin crust I've picked up from Domino's. Use the opportunity to be understanding and kind. My poor brother, he's not feeling well. He goes to get a pizza. He gets one, and it's burnt. Sure, it happens. But you know how it's always the way, right? Not feeling well. He's such a good guy, though. He always looks at everything as a way to be kind. So slap a heart on that message. Nice. He says he now he has a great pizza and his speech level or speech skill leveled up. All right, way to Skyrim that. Shit. Way to Skyrim that shit. All right. Okay, so now let's test in here, but I'm gonna do was it Control P? Oh, damn it, Alt P. There you go. So every second, I've just got this thing sticking out. Way, wee. Okay, so then we go here. Oh, press E to interact. It's working. It's working. Nothing to interact with. Okay. Well, we did it. We did exactly what we set out to do. Next, what we need is, I don't know. I want to consider, should the line trace always go right out from the navel center area of our bipedal or whatever we're controlling, right? Or do we want, even in this third person, do we want looking down to affect how they look? Because if that's not true, then we kind of don't want to do line tracing. We want to do sort of a collision out front, like a slice. And someone's, I think it was, I don't know if it was, I think it was Shrill Duck. Shrill Duck, he's cool. He mentioned using collision detection. I like the idea of collision detection, but I wanted to have sort of a focused manner of interacting with objects. I don't want to just be the person standing next to the door, looking to the left, and the door's opening. Bullshit, right? Um, but if we do a sliver, sort of like a box collider that's just going to be straightforward, I could probably do that. Mm. It's just, how do you interact with something that's on the ground? Um, I don't know. So the question that we want to solve for now is line tracing being affected by the mouse view. Even though if we look at running in our box, right, we're looking and running around with this red line coming out. It's hitting something, but it's not interactable. That's fine. I can put this interactable and make it just blow up. All right. Nothing to interact with. Nothing to interact with. Sounds like my life. Okay, there we go. Interactable. How far does 200 go? 200. God, I should have done that. What does it look like? Okay, right there. So it's right outside the door. All right. Now, how does it look when we're looking around? Hmm. Okay, I think we need to do collision detection instead. Unless we want, unless unless there's a way to manipulate using the, what is it, the pitch or the yaw? No. Yeah, the pitch of our line trace. Let's look on the internet and see, is that something people will do? Is this something society will allow? Unreal Engine.